A very good morning to you, and thank you so much for joining us today right here at Kirk Mid Morning. It is the 17th day of November. Excited to have you on board. My name is Faith Kaulu. Do stay with us until the end of this program. We have a lot of good things lined up for you. But before I let you in on what your topic of discussion is today, let's have a look at news bites. Well, we start with President William Ruto has distanced himself with the proposed bill that seeks to extend the presidential term limit. Speaking during the Kenya Kwanza parliamentary group meeting held yesterday, William Ruto has urged leaders under the coalition to focus on serving Kenyans, stating that his leadership does not seek to make any changes to the constitution.
I will be at the front to say no to any change of the constitution, to change term limit, to change things that benefit individuals. Here, that is unnecessary, that is uncalled for, and it is an exercise in futility because it will not happen under my watch. As president, I will not participate in mutilating the Constitution for purposes of serving selfish, personal, parochial interests. The same way we opposed BBI because it was meant to achieve selfish, parochial, personal interests. The most important aspect of a member of parliament is to speak on all the issues, legislation, to ensure that there is oversight and to represent your people, the people who elected you.
Well, residents and visitors of Mombasa County have been asked to be alert during the festive season to avoid any mishaps, even as the government scales up security measures across the region. Mombasa County Commissioner John Otieno says the government will tighten security measures across the coastal region during the festive season. Speaking in his office at Uhuru Nakazi building, Otieno has said that uniformed and plainclothes police officers will take part in patrols in public spaces such as shopping malls, places of worship and beaches. The county chief has assured residents and tourists that security agencies have put in place adequate measures to enable them to celebrate Christmas and New Year without any hitches.
Kwa hivyo nataka niimize wananchi waweze kuungana nasi na kikosi cha usalama katika kaunti hii ili tuweze kudhibiti hali ya usalama katika kaunti ya Mombasa. Tunajua wakati wa Disemba tunakuwa na wageni wengi, hasa watalii. Wale wanakuja kututembelea katika mabiche zetu, na lazima tudhibiti hali ya usalama ili watalii wakija watembelee hizi beaches bila wasiwasi wowote ule. Naye pia tuwahakikishie hali yao ya usalama, kwa sababu utalii ndio inachangia pakubwa kwa uchumi ya nchi hii na hasa kwa ajira ya wakaaji wa pwani. Sasa wito wangu ni huo wa kuhimiza wananchi waweze kushirikiana nasi ili tuweze kudhibiti hali ya usalama katika Mombasa County. Asante.
Now, stakeholders in the economic sector continue to share their sentiments regarding the Hustler funds that are expected to roll out this year. In the different consultative forums being held across the country, key stakeholders have proposed an extension of the repayment term limit, among other key proposals and changes.
provides for the objects and the purpose of the fund, which includes the following. Number one, innovate, develop, and deploy bottom of the pyramid financial services. Products that are affordable, accessible, and appropriate for the unserved and deserved persons, including credit savings, insurance, and investment products.
For us in the youth fund, there's another fund which was created called Uwezo Fund. There are so many funds which are existing, but this one, we want to put it, we are moving quite unique. And what we are now saying, we want to move from consumption to savings. The nitty-gritty of us, we are giving that to the board to come up with those products. And what we are proposing is that we are want to encourage the element of saving culture. As you borrow, maybe to take care of your domestic consumption.
Now, thousands of people have been displaced in the volatile eastern region of the Democratic Republic of Congo as fighting between the army and M23 rebels moved close to the key city of Goma. Former President Uhuru Kenyatta, who is in the country for peace talks as a facilitator representing the East African community, visited the region yesterday as thousands were fleeing their homes following increasing tension in the region. Well, that's all we had for you on the News Bite segment. Let's take a very short break right here at CAC Mid-Morning. We'll be back with a guest for today as we talk about insurance. We want to bring an understanding on insurance matters and why do you need an insurance and for what exactly. So all those questions that you have regarding insurance, be it health, education, and any other, leave them on our comment section below. That is at CAC TV Kenya on Facebook and YouTube. And we'll be having a look at them as we come back. So keep it right here.
Are you looking to grow your business? CAC TV offers you a variety of advertising opportunities to suit your budget. Advertise with us today and reach your potential customers countrywide. For more information, email us on sales@cactv.org or call 011 00 90 647.
198 countries will convene this November in Egypt. Together, they'll tackle this giant climate change. Catch the analysis of the United Nations Climate Change Conference COP27 live on CAC TV as the conference kicks off from Sunday 6th November to Friday 18th November. The time for climate action is now. Together for implementation.
PCEA Communication Department is a department under the church mandated to sell and not limited to clergy outfit, inspirational books, practice and procedure, PP, diaries, calendars, church group equipment, among other church items. 2023 diaries and calendars will be available for sale starting this November. To book yours, call 0715 376 342 or 0727 559 935. Send an email pcajitegemeapress@yahoo.com.
PCA Housing Cooperative Society Limited, a cooperative society under the Presbyterian Church of East Africa, brings you Baraka Gardens. Located 2.5 kilometers from Ardhi Shopping Center, 15 minutes from Thika Superhighway at the 40/80 serviced plots. It is a fast developing area strategically located at a central place for easy access to the capital city and Thika town. Nearby social amenities include a police station and primary school, water and electricity. The plots sell at 560,000 Kenyan shillings for PCA Housing Society members, 600,000 shillings for non-members. The prices are inclusive of the title deed fee. For more information, call 0708 145 222, 0708 145 222. Hurry and grab your plot now. Pay a deposit of 200,000 Kenyan shillings and the balance in 3 months. Baraka Gardens by PCA Housing Cooperative Society Limited.
PCA Housing Cooperative Society Limited, a cooperative society under the Presbyterian Church of East Africa, brings you Heshima Gardens, approximately 700 meters from the proposed bypass. Located 2.5 kilometers from Ardhi Shopping Center, 15 minutes from Thika Superhighway, are the 50/100 serviced plots. It is a fast developing area, strategically located at a central place for easy access to the capital city and Thika town. Nearby social amenities include a police station and a primary school, water and electricity. The plots sell at Kenya shillings 570,000 for PCA Housing Society members, Kenya shillings 650,000 for non-members, and Kenya shillings 600,000 if paying in installments. The prices are inclusive of the title deed fees. For more information, call 0708 145 222, that is 0708 145 222. Hurry and grab your plot now. Pay a deposit of Kenya shillings 200,000 and the balance in 3 months. Heshima Gardens by PCA Housing Cooperative Society Limited.
Christmas already here at Kirk TV. Are you a business looking to advertise your brand and products to potential customers? Are you looking to improve your sales as we end the year? Starting this October till January 31st, 2023, we are offering you, our customer, various discounts up to 50% off our advertising rates. Imagine paying half the price to reach customers countrywide. Usiwachwe nyuma hii krisi. Call our sales teams now on 0738 278 506 or 0739 971 607. Contact us on email bnkogie@kirktv.org or munyoroku@kirktv.org for more information. Hurry and book now. Pamoja tuvuke mwaka. It's the Kirk TV and your advert bonanza.
So catch Fit to Live every Monday through Friday at 6:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Together, let's have fun, get fit, and stay healthy. My name is Aida Munzati. I'll be your host for this show. Remember, your health always matters.
Are you looking to grow your business? Kirk TV offers you a variety of advertising opportunities to suit your budget. Advertise with us today and reach your potential customers countrywide. For more information, email us on sales@kirktv.org or call 011 00 90 647.
PCEA Housing Cooperative Society Limited brings you Jumper Gardens in Elementaita, Gilgil. The 50 by 100 plots are located 800 meters from Nakuru-Nairobi Highway at the Diatomite Factory. Non-commercial plots are selling at 600,000 Kenya shillings for PCEA Housing Cooperative Society members and 650,000 Kenya shillings for non-members. Commercial plots are selling at 650,000 Kenya shillings for PCEA Housing Cooperative Society members and 700,000 Kenya shillings for non-members. All the plots have ready title deeds. Pay a deposit of 200,000 Kenya shillings and the balance in 3 months. For more information, call us on 0708 145 222, 0708 145 222, or email pcahousing.limited@gmail.com. Jumper Gardens Elementaita by PCEA Housing Cooperative Society Limited.
The great people on earth today are the people who pray. Not those who talk about prayer or those who explain about prayer, but those who take time and pray.
God answers prayers. Why? Because He hears. His ear is not deaf, so He hears our prayers.
Men and women who go before God, we should be men and women of godly standards.
Sure.
So we abide.
Yeah.
So that we keep tapping from the source.
But as we pray, it is important to tell God that your will be done in this prayer that I'm praying, or about this item that I'm praying about. Not as I will, yes, this is my will, but let your will be done.
In these changing times and seasons of uncertainty, whom do you look up to?
God keeps His part. Calm rain, calm sunshine. God is still committed.
From one generation to another, and it's not like shifting shadows that He will change, but
Join Reverend Elizabeth Kimani and Henry Kyra every Wednesday from 8 to 9 p.m. live on Kirk TV for Call Unto Me.
2021, He's still the same God and He has not changed.
Christmas already here at Kirk TV. Are you a business looking to advertise your brand and products to potential customers? Are you looking to improve your sales as we end the year? Starting this October till January 31st, 2023, we are offering you, our customer, various discounts up to 50% off our advertising rates. Imagine paying half the price to reach customers countrywide. Usiwachwe nyuma hii krisi. Call our sales teams now on 0738-278-506 or 0739-971-607. Contact us on email bnkogie@. All right, welcome back and thank you so much for keeping it Kirk Mid Morning. Continue interacting with us on our social media pages, that is Kirk TV Kenya on Facebook and YouTube. We'll be looking at your questions and comments in a few. Right about now, let me introduce our guests who are already in studio with us as we get to talk about insurance matters. Now, on the very far end is Caroline Mbugua. Thank you so much for being here today, who is an insurance underwriter. Karibu sana.
Thank you for having us, Faith.
All right, and right next to me is Maura Wandie, who's a financial advisor. Karibu sana to today's program. Now, they both work with Kirk Insurance Agency. We'll just give them an opportunity to tell us more of what they do before we delve right into the questions that we have for today. So, Maura, we'll start with you.
Asante sana, Faith.
Karibu.
My name is Maura Wandie, working with Kirk Insurance Agency. I'm a financial advisor. Well, basically a financial advisor is a career where I help you plan for your finances. Yes.
All right. Karibu. Caroline.
Thank you. I am Caroline Mbugua. I am the underwriter at Kirk Insurance Agency. What that entails is I get to listen to your insurance needs and advise you on the best policy to take for whichever need you have. Yes.
All right, so great, and that is all we want to talk about today because we want to understand insurance. The say lack of information is equated to ignorance, so we want to educate our viewers on matters insurance today. And we'll start with, first of all, the basics. What is insurance? Because we could talk about different policies, yet someone who's watching is wondering, what is an insurance? So we'll start with that. Yes.
Insurance is basically the transfer of risk of a future event from an insured to an insurer. The insured is you taking the insurance. The insured here is the insurance companies. Yes.
Okay. And in layman's language, what does that mean?
This means that you get to buy a policy. Let's say, for example, motor. Right. You have a vehicle that you want to insure the risk for any future event. Being an accident, it could be fire, could be stolen. So what you do is you transfer that risk to the insurer at a premium, of course, at a fee.
Yeah, at a fee. I was getting there because, like, is this free? And just to throw the question to a financial advisor, of course, tell us the part where you have to pay for transferring this risk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Since the particular risk is mainly financial, you are expected as a client to pay something back in return. That is what we call a premium.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So for all types of insurance, you have to pay.
Yes, you have to pay.
Great. Now, here comes the question. The amount that you're paying, is it worth the service that you get in the long run?
Yes, it is. And I'd say so because how insurance works, it works via pooling. So let's say you have a vehicle worth 1 million and you pay a premium of 50,000. You would expect that when your vehicle is stolen, you're compensated for the worth of your vehicle.
Yeah.
But 50,000 is not equitable to a million. So how it works is we'll take your 50,000. The insurance company takes your 50,000, my 50,000, Maura's 50,000, and all that, so that if one of us happens to be in an incident or an accident, they will be compensated from that pool. Yes, insurance is worth it.
All right,
yes.
Great. Maura, why is it important then for one to be insured or get insured?
Mainly because the future is unexpected. It's the losses that we look forward to, or the risks that we face in life. None can account for that. Insurance is not more of life and death. Well, living long is a risk on its own, as well as dying early. So, well, I am more in life insurance. Life insurance is where you'd find a client would be expected, well, either you are working right now, you have a child who's young, you would expect to take them to university in the next few, like 20 years time. You're not sure. None is sure if you'll be alive or if you'll be there by 20 years time.
Right.
But then there's also a possibility where you'd live longer than the 20 years that you're looking forward to. So what if you live longer and you don't have the amount of money to take your child through all this? So I'd say insurance is needful for peace of mind, needful for security, because it gives you security, say during retirement. Insurance is necessary for our economy, for the growth of our economy. Insurance is necessary because it offers job creation, unemployed,
Right.
other people employed. Yes.
Okay. But majorly because of the uncertainty that is there,
Yes.
then that's why we are transferring the risks. I like that, you know. In case of anything, I'm protected from that.
What insurance gives you in exchange of the premium is peace of mind.
Okay.
Because let's put it in a practical example. Let's say a property like a church. If a church has a lot of property, starting with the benches, the pews, the screens, and other musical
instruments,
yes.
yeah.
So if you're worshiping in a certain church and they decide to take cover for what you've already bought, it also allows you to progress. Because in case of an incident, you don't have to go back to your members, ask them to contribute so that you can buy the items again.
Right.
The insurance steps in, compensates you, and then now as a church, whatever else you contribute, you progress. Yes.
Okay, so then that brings in the perspective of even churches getting an insurance.
Yes, unfortunately, we are living in times where we do not, the church is not respected enough to not get broken into. That it's an unfortunate thing, but yes, we've had cases where churches have been burgled.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Let's talk about the different types of policies that are there, or different types of insurances, if I may put it that way, that are there. Who will take us through that?
Insurance is broadly in three categories. There is life insurance, there is medical insurance, then there's general insurance. Yes. So under general insurance, that's where you find fire insurance, motor insurance, there is all risk insurance, and so on. Medical insurance is just, well, basically medical, like what we have with our government with NHIF. Right. Life insurance is mainly investments. Yes.
Okay. Wait, by life insurance, you say investment, can you expound on that a bit?
As I'd mentioned earlier, the bigger risk of life is not just dying early. There is the risk of living long. With living longer, we'd say that we need a retirement plan.
Indeed.
So in investment, I usually tell my clients or my prospects, insurance is not an investment like a SACCO, where you'd expect to make a reap or a big benefit out of it. The best you'd make out of life insurance would be a tax relief from the KRA, where you get 15% back as tax relief.
Okay.
Then there is the benefit where you'd make an interest of at least a minimum of at least 2.5 or at least 2.5% annually, depending with the particular insurance company that you have joined. That is the only place where you can make an interest on your money. The investment that you're making on this particular product would be the cover, the said cover on your life. Say, for example, a breadwinner gets an education plan cover or an investment cover. Mainly, or mostly, for a breadwinner, you are more like the umbrella that covers your family.
Right.
If this particular umbrella is cut off, you leave your family uncovered. You'd find that we have families in the street who are dependent on people, and yet this particular family had a person who had a breadwinner who was bringing in the daily bread and butter.
And they can no longer do that.
And they can no longer do that. Or we'd find, say, with our armed forces or the police, where a certain individual family are enjoying benefits from the particular kind of job that their partner is doing. With the loss of this person or the parent, you'd leave the children uncovered. We have orphans who are living a certain level of life, lost a parent, lost a sibling, and then they're left with nowhere else to turn to.
Okay. So basically, life insurance, do you get the cover for an individual or for properties? That's where the question is coming in, because you mentioned investments.
Life insurance is not on properties. Life insurance is just life.
Life. Okay.
Then property insurance falls under general insurance.
All right.
Yes.
Great. I wanted to set that clear. You know, these things, when we're talking about them, we assume people who are watching find them complex. So I want to break it down as easy as we can, as we possibly can. But thank you for putting it quite well. Now, why based on life insurance is because if you've come across certain posts on social media, people have been talking about the life insurance. I don't know if it's true or not, but they're saying your partner will get you the life insurance cover and then sadly enough or unfortunately murder you so that they get the benefits. So that's why I wanted to understand, and how does it all work?
Well, unfortunately, that is an occurrence that can be seen in the society, but that speaks more to the dynamic of a family or a setup than to the product itself.
True.
Because when you're the person taking life insurance is taking it to protect their family. Basically, it's actually the last gift you'd give to your family after you're gone.
Okay.
Because you can imagine when you're no longer there, and your dependents, they're worried. There are some worries that come after the whole event.
Yeah.
How do they go about schooling? Do they change schools? But if you had pre-planned, and because we all know it's coming, you just don't know when. So if you had pre-planned, you can leave them at a safer place where they do not have, their life does not have to be upended and changed.
Right.
Yes.
The quality remains the same.
Yes.
Great. So when we talked about the different policies that are there, we talked about life insurance, health insurance, and general, which includes motor, fire, and properties. All right. Sawa. Now, when it comes to an individual wanting to know, okay, what type of policy do I need? What should I consider when settling down? Do I need a life insurance or not? Or should I first insure my property? How to go about all that?
Well, there are some insurances that are mandatory, like the motor.
Right.
You cannot be on the road without the basic, which is a third party only cover, as per the government regulation. So if you have a car, you must insure it. Of course, we would advise you to take a comprehensive cover, but that's on a different note. So yes, they are depending on the stage you are in life, because with life insurance, as long as you're 18 and above, you can take cover. If you're a young family starting marriage life, probably, and you're expecting a kid, or you don't even have a kid but are planning to get a kid, you can actually take an education policy. Yes, so it depends on where you are in life. So you can, if you're not, if you don't have a car, living in a rented space, you can still take insurance for your property.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Wait, if you don't have a car,
yeah,
and you're living in a rented space,
yes,
you can take insurance for the rented space.
Yes.
Okay. How does that happen?
Because you have insurable interest in the property that you own. Your beddings, your furniture, everything that is in your house can be insured under a domestic package. So anyone can take insurance.
All right.
And personal accident cover applies to everyone. Yes.
Whether you own property or not.
Yes.
I see how that plays out. So in case there's a fire, you don't start from zero. At least there's a compensation that comes through.
Yes,
Great. Now, when we're talking about all this, and you mentioning that anyone can get an insurance, whether you own property or not, I think let's talk about the people who live without anything. You're covered by the blood of Jesus, and that's it. That's your insurance. Maura, what can you say about that?
The biggest challenge we have is selling insurance in church. Or to believers, irrespective of whether church or Muslim or whichever other kind of religion. Because yes, it is true, our best and most trusted insurance policy is the blood of Jesus Christ. You cannot compare any insurance company or any insurance service with what our Lord Jesus has given us.
Yeah.
But then again, we live in a world where uncertainty lurks in every corner. You never know what is around the corner. The Bible asks us to be wise as doves, and as cunning as a fox or a snake. We need to always be prepared. The Bible also mentions that a man who is righteous leaves his inheritance to his third and fourth generation. So when we meet a client who says that he is covered by the blood of Jesus, it's a bit hard to go by that as a yes, he's right. Yes, the particular client is right. Yes, but the truth is, once you have left or once you have departed from this world, the people you leave behind are the ones who feel the weight and the heat at that particular moment. Save for the motor insurance that is mandatory from the government, and NHIF services, which is also mandatory by the government. These other insurance services we usually say are not bought. We sell insurance. You have to keep pushing, you have to keep going out to the client. And those who have seen the benefits of insurance, they are the ones who know that insurance is needed. Insurance is needful. Insurance pays. And it's a good backup plan in life.
Okay. So insurance is needed.
Very much.
Great. I was looking at a few of the comments that are coming in, and I see Caroline Kirai, who says they're tuned in from Gong Parish, Patricia, who is tuned in right there. No questions yet, but of course, guys letting us know where they're watching us from. Do keep interact with us. We're looking forward to hearing if you have any question on matters insurance. And we have Maura with us and Caroline who will address them. So talk to us. That is Kirk TV Kenya on Facebook and YouTube. Before we take a very short break, Carol, Maura has told us insurance is needed. It's necessary, whether the government makes it mandatory or not. Let's hear your view on that as well.
It's quite interesting that when it comes to insurance, we want to apply the blood of Jesus only notion, because there are so many things that we can apply that to. Because why did you leave your house? And the Lord does provide.
Yeah.
But when it comes to insurance, you want to. But I guess why that applies a lot is because when you're selling insurance, it sounds like all you're predicting is pessimism. Like, yes, why can't I be happy that you have your car?
Yeah.
Why can't I just, roll in with a blessing? Why am I now telling you that you can get into an accident, that you can hit someone, that it can be stolen?
Yeah.
Why am I asking you at the peak of your life to consider that you would die and leave your family? And yes, I think from that angle, that is why people refuse to see the need for insurance. But we are coming from a point where people are moving from that. Yes, because even in the Western countries, you'll see people insure, like footballers, they insure their legs. Actresses insure their faces and everything, because they understand that it's what it means to them. And I want to believe that also the Bible says the Lord loves knowledge. So if you can protect yourself, do.
Okay.
And insurance is the way to do it.
Insurance is the way to do it.
Yes.
Very briefly, maybe what to consider when, let's say, decide, okay, I need to get insured, several things, maybe my property, my car, then why should I settle with a certain insurance, let's say Kirk agency or any other? Yeah.
Insurance is regulated by a body, IRA. So yes, you have to settle with people who are regulated. You have to know their financial stability, and it's all over. The companies do they do their records. They give their books, the record of their books annually. Okay, and then the history of their claim settlement. Because insurance is all dandy until you get a claim. That is where many people have bad experiences. So yes, if you know their claim settlement history, their stability, their customer service, if you know the experience even, that helps.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Last question. Does it get to a point where you turn down an individual, probably because of certain qualities they do not meet? So we say we insure everyone, but are there certain qualities that you look at that you can turn down and say, I'm sorry, we can't work with you at the moment? Maura?
Yes. An insurance company will not take a sure risk. Like, for example, like in life, if we have a certain client who's more, say what? Those who are in the armed forces, you find that their premiums are a bit high than the person who's in the office, more like you. We have clients who do matatu, in the matatu sector. The particular premium will be higher than everybody else who's more of a clerical job. There are the other careers which are a bit more riskier, more like mountain climbing, bike racing. We have deep sea diving. Yes, they're sure risks. Then again, say in property, with an insurance company will be more keen to want to know the material that has made this particular building. I have a client who needed a fire insurance cover. She has a hotel. Her hotel is in it's in a container, easy container, zoga refu easy, yes. So right next to her, she has another hotel. When we went there with the valuer, they refused this particular client. Why? Because if there is a risk of a fire in this particular case, it will not leave anything behind. This will be a total 100% loss. So you'd find that either your premium will be very high, which will be ridiculous on your end. So the insurance company will either ask you to pay a very high premium, or they will just outrightly refuse it.
All right.
Medical insurance, the older someone gets, the higher the premium goes higher. Why? Because there are lifestyle diseases that come along. You'd find with our lifestyle, with the current world, there is diabetes, there is high blood pressure, and all this. And all this, they will come along with age. The older one gets, the more susceptible you are to this particular risk. So the older you are, you'd find that your premium will also be high.
Okay.
And most insurance companies have a limit. You'd find that there's one which has 80 years old as their limit, the others which are as low as 70 years old. So meaning if you are, say, your age next birthday is 71 years, they won't accept that. If we also have underlying medical complications, where someone either had an accident earlier, so they either have an implant in their leg, say their hand, or something like that. Once you go for a doctor checkup, your premium is bound to be higher than anybody else who's, irrespective of the age, your premium will be higher.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so there are certain factors that are considered.
Yes.
Great. Carrie wanted to say something.
Yeah, to add on to that, all policies have exclusions.
Okay.
Yes. So you will find that maybe in the medical sector, I want to do surgery to change my appearance, a cosmetic surgery.
Right.
For now, in the country, we are not insuring that. You want to do weight management, either lose or increase, depending on your need. We are not covering that as well. So all policies, regardless of, because there are some acts of God that no one can control or foresee.
That's true.
There are also issues like if I purposely put myself in harm's way, maybe start a riot or actively being active in a war. So all policies have exclusion.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Edwin Gitonga there asks a question. I see you, Edwin. We'll get to your question. But let's take a very short break right about now. So do keep the questions coming in. Of course, that's Kirk TV Kenya on Facebook and YouTube. With me is Maura and Carol from Kirk Insurance Agency, and we'll be looking at them when we come back from this short break. So keep it right here.
Butterfly.
The great people on earth today are the people who pray. Not those who talk about prayer or those who explain about prayer, but those who take time and pray.
God answers prayers. Why? Because He hears. His ear is not deaf, so He hears our prayers.
Men and women who go before God, we should be men and women of godly standards.
Sure.
So we abide.
Yeah.
So that we keep tapping from the source.
But as we pray, it is important to tell God that your will be done in this prayer that I'm praying, or about this prayer item that I'm praying about. Not as I will, yes, this is my will, but let your will be done.
In these changing times and seasons of uncertainty, whom do you look up to?
God keeps His part. Calm rain, calm sunshine. God is still committed.
From one generation to another, and it's not like shifting shadows that He will change, but
join Reverend Elizabeth Kimani and Henry Kyra every Wednesday from 8 to 9 p.m. live on Kirk TV for Call Unto Me.
2021, He's still the same God and He has not changed.
PCEA Housing Cooperative Society Limited brings you Jumper Gardens in Elementaita, Gilgil. The 50 by 100 plots are located 800 meters from Nakuru-Nairobi Highway at the Diatomite Factory. Non-commercial plots are selling at 600,000 Kenya shillings for PCEA Housing Cooperative Society members and 650,000 Kenya shillings for non-members. Commercial plots are selling at 650,000 Kenya shillings for PCEA Housing Cooperative Society members and 700,000 Kenya shillings for non-members. All the plots have ready title deeds. Pay a deposit of 200,000 Kenya shillings and the balance in 3 months. For more information, call us on 0708 145 222, 0708 145 222, or email pcahousing@gmail.com. Jumper Gardens Elementaita by PCEA Housing Cooperative Society Limited.
PCEA Housing Cooperative Society Limited, a cooperative society under the Presbyterian Church of East Africa, brings you Heshima Gardens, approximately 700 meters from the proposed bypass. Located 2.5 kilometers from Athi Shopping Center, 15 minutes from Thika Superhighway, are the 50 by 100 serviced plots. It is a fast developing area, strategically located at a central place for easy access to the capital city and Thika town. Nearby social amenities include a police station and a primary school, water and electricity. The plots sell at Kenya shillings 570,000 for PCEA Housing Society members, Kenya shillings 650,000 for non-members, and Kenya shillings 600,000 if paying in installments. The prices are inclusive of the title deed fees. For more information, call 0708 145 222, that is 0708 145 222. Hurry and grab your plot now. Pay a deposit of Kenya shillings 200,000 and the balance in 3 months. Heshima Gardens by PCEA Housing Cooperative Society Limited.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for keeping it Kirk Mid-Morning with me, Faith Kaulu. Now with me in studio today as we talk about insurance is Maura Wandie and Caroline Mbugwa from Kirk Insurance Agency, and they're giving us very great insights on matters insurance. So do keep interacting with us on our social media pages, that is Kirk TV Kenya on Facebook and YouTube. I appreciate the questions that are coming in. And we'll start by looking at Edwin Gitonga, who had sent a question earlier on. Now Edwin is asking, what are some incidences where insurance declines to compensate? And I can say for sure we've seen this, people who come on social media and rant because you pay, and then when it comes to compensation, that doesn't happen. What usually goes wrong and where? Maura.
Insurance is wide again. And let me start from there, because now once we talk about refusal to compensate, I'm thinking life, I'm thinking general and medical. In life insurance, that will mean either the client did not finish to pay the premiums, or the particular death that happened for the compensation to be done will either be there are questions behind the cause of death, either by suicide or the death was a planned one where you get the particular event was not covered. So as my colleague had mentioned, an excluded event. When we get to medical, that would mean either the particular risk that has taken the client to hospital. Say the client went to hospital because of a dental issue, and they did not happen to have taken up a dental cover as a benefit, or optical cover,
right?
Or say they only took up an inpatient cover, so there was no outpatient involved in this particular case. There's also the say it's general insurance. Well, basically at the very end, it will be what cost this particular risk. Among the principles of insurance, there's one where there's proximate cost. What cost the risk, or what cost this particular peril to happen? If it is among an excluded event, they will not pay. An insurer will not pay. If the client happens to come up with a lie to explain what happened or how it happened, motor insurance, for example, if someone gets involved in an accident due to being drunk, or the car was unworthy, well, the proximate cost would, yes. The proximate cost would say if this particular event will be paid for or not.
All right. Yes,
and,
Carol.
to add on to that, most people have claims that are not honored, especially in the motor area. What happens with the motor? One, there are investigations that occur. Then most people do not, like my colleague has said, most people do not tell precisely. They're not honest about what brought about there, because you'll find there are claims that are quite straightforward. There are others that will happen because of self. So if I'm involved in an accident where there's no other vehicle involved, I was just, or my underage child decided to take the car, hit the gate when they're on their way out or in their way in. So some of these things will be looked into, and you will actually get a letter saying why your claim was not honored. There's also the part where the agencies come in, because like I said, I advise you on what to do. So if you're taking motor and you're taking a comprehensive cover, I will advise you to add extras on your cover to ease your financial losses during the claim time. So I'll urge you to add an excess protector. I'll urge you to do a PVT extension. I'll urge you to, if you're blessed with a discovery and the windscreen is valued at 200,000, the free limit that the insurance company gives you maybe is up to 50,000. You'll be expected to add the 150 on top of the 50. But I'll come in and advise you to pay 10% of what's above, which is 150,000. 10% of that is 15,000, which by the time your windscreen gets a claim, it cracks or anything happens to it, you'll be fully compensated. So it depends on, no claim is the same, because I'll be hit at the back by a matatu, or my negligence will cause an accident. So each claim is looked at independently. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
And most times you're able to tell when this is a fraud or this person is lying.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so do not go that path.
No, don't.
There's another question coming in here. So Emma Mbuga says, do Kirk insure elderly people? And if yes, kindly expound on that. I don't know, I'd like to take that up.
I can take that one.
Sure.
Yes, we do, because we work as an agency. We have the privilege of working with vast companies. So we have companies that actually have a tailor-made cover for elderlies, where the entry age goes up to 80 years. So what happens is, because like Maura said, the older you get, the more you need the insurance, and the more the expensive it gets because of the age-related illnesses that come. So what happens, you'll find that they'll ask you to do a medical examination at your cost. Of course, they'll have negotiated this with certain hospitals. They'll send you there. They'll know what tests to do, and then before they take your cover, and then after you've come in, you know exactly what you're covered for.
Right.
And as long as you stay with this particular company, it's perpetual. Until the Lord decides to take you. But if you keep shifting, you'll find that coming back, if you're already above 80, you won't be accepted back. Yes, but we do. Yes, we do cover the elderly.
All right, great. So there's a question I'm getting from what you'd mentioned earlier about life insurance agency. So when I asked the first question about defaulting or not getting compensation, and you mentioned that sometimes you default on the payment, and the question being asked here is, with life insurance agency, it's my life that I'm paying for. I'm investing in it. So then why would compensation not be released just because I defaulted, yet I have been paying?
Insurance companies have people working for them, where we call them agents. So basically, that's a life advisor or a life insurance agent. For the first 3 years, the particular person is paid a commission. Right? So meaning, for an insurance company to make any profit or any financial gain from what you've been paying them, it will take them around 3 years' time. That is 6 months. So if you have been paying a premium, say, of at least 10,000 shillings every month, then you pay for 2 years' time, and then you default. Well, basically, it's not even defaulting. Because it's yours, and the money is yours. Yes, as he has said, it's his life, and it's his money.
Yeah.
On the second year, you can't come and claim any money from the insurance company. Why? Because your money has not made them any benefit or any interest. They have not made any interest out of the money. The person who was making interest will be the agent in this particular case. So we have something called a cash value, where your policy attains cash value after the 36th month. So now that will be the 37th month. So a client can come, yes, and claim his premiums after the 37th month, but you will not get 100% of what you put in. You will get, now to the discretion of the insurance company, say somewhere between 75% to 90% of what you give them.
Right.
I always tell my clients, with insurance, your money will never get lost. Your money is always there because it's yours. It's always there. The only thing that you have to make sure that the term that you took your policy for, say you took a term of 5 years, of 10 years, make sure you come before the term is over. Because once it's over, that means that your contract with the insurance company is now done.
So then what happens?
After that, now that money now belongs to the insurance company, because the contract is now null and void. But within this period of, say, the 10 years time, you paid for 2 years, for the next like 7 years, you haven't paid any premium. Then you come back on the last month, just before it gets to maturity. You can revive your policy. You can revive your policy. The term will be extended, or the maturity date will be taken forward. Yes, and then you can pick up from where you left it.
Right, great. Sure.
Insurance is a contract. So it's governed by the laws that govern a contract. So if you default, there are consequences to defaulting on a contract. And also what most people don't understand with life insurance, after you reach the surrender value, which is after the 36th month, no, the 37th, and sometimes it's not just you sit down and decide it's my money, it's my life. Sometimes the money will be short. You can come in, talk to your financial advisor. They'll advise you on how to stretch, on how the money that you've already contributed can be stretched to the life of your policy. So there are so many ways to go about it. Because did you know you could actually take a loan on your life policy?
Oh, okay.
Yes, so many people during this COVID era were, that's how we survived.
Yeah.
Yes, so all these options are here. What I urge my clients and our clients is to don't shy away. We all know that money runs dry sometimes.
Yeah.
What we can do is we walk with you.
Okay.
And that is why it's very primal to get an agent that understands your need. We walk with you, we explain, we talk to the insurance company, and we come up with a way so that you don't lose. Yes, we don't want you to lose Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
So then here comes another question. You mentioned that an insurance is a contract.
Yes, it is.
And when you default, there might be some consequences.
Yes.
But then if this individual has an explanation on why they defaulted, like probably they lost their job or their source of income and they couldn't remit or pay in such a circumstance, what happens?
Which is why I say there are ways to tackle that. Because you might be out for a year, but then on the second year out of work, you get even a better job, or you get a better source of income, or things start to look up.
Right.
So there's a way to recover, there's a way to extend. There's the policy is not
rigid.
Yes, it's not rigid. It can be flexed to suit your needs.
Okay, so just be open about it.
Yes, please.
Great. There's a question here I think I'll direct it to you, Carol. What are the advantages or disadvantages of a third-party policy on your motor vehicle?
Advantages is that you're complying by the law, and it will cover the bodily injuries and loss of property to the third party, as it sounds, to the other person. For you, for your personal liabilities, it doesn't cover. That is why I always encourage people to do. We have 3 covers. We have a third party only, third party, fire and theft, and we have a comprehensive. They are tiered so as I've outlined them. So the very basic one is a third party only. Then we have a third party fire and theft, which on top of what the third party covers, it covers your vehicle against damage by fire or loss. But also remember the exclusions. Because I can just decide, kagari kangu kamezeka, let me light it up, insurance italipa. So we have exclusions. So the comprehensive cover is the one that gives you coverage on top of the third-party liabilities. It also covers for your personal liabilities. Yes.
Oh, great. So here comes another question. When you're dealing with an agency, so like Kirk Insurance Agency, and we're still talking about motor insurance, and an accident happens, whose role is it to follow up? Is it the agency or is it the individual, the owner of the vehicle?
The follow-up. Okay. When you're in an accident and you're covered and your agent is Kirk Insurance or any other insurance agency, the first thing you do is you notify. Even if you don't have the police abstract yet, even if you don't have the claim form filled, you notify. Maura can attest that our phones are on 24 hours. So hata kama ni usiku, just notify. Hata kama ni text. What I'll do come following morning, I'll write an email to the respective insurance company. I'll report the claim, and then I'll say the documents will follow, because there are documents that accompany each and every claim. So in this case, what we do as Kirk, we follow up for the claim for you. Yes. We give you the peace of mind such that all you have to do is, you actually don't have to call us, we'll give you updates. This is how far the vehicle is, it's repaired, the claim has been honored, It's a minor claim. Unfortunately, you have to settle that yourself. So we will follow up. The thing I would like to advise everyone is, regardless of how minimal you think a claim is, report it.
Okay.
Report it, and for all motor claims are reported to the agency or the insurance company and to the police. Yes. Regardless kama gari yako iliumia kama ikuumia, report the claim. Because you'll find that someone, like we have a claim actually, where a vehicle belonging to one of our institutions was hit by a boda. Unfortunately, the rider lost his life, but there was zero damage on the vehicle. So the client, had they not known any better, might refuse to report the claim because I don't need anything from the insurance. But what happens is, with claims, they'll follow you years down the line because the family will trace. And right now it's very easy to trace, as long as you have the registration, it's very easy to trace the owner. So 2 years down the line, Faith will get summons for a claim that you didn't report. And when you failed to report, you're actually giving leeway to the company to not honor the claim, yes.
Okay. Great. So it's the fault, we can say it's the fault of the agency if it does not follow up, if it does not give frequent updates to the owner of the vehicle.
That's why I said one of the most important things to look at when you're choosing an agency or a company is their customer service.
Right.
Yes. Great customer service will keep you informed. We'll even go to the garage for you and look at the progress.
Yeah.
We do all these things.
Okay.
Yes.
Here's a question for you, Maura. Why do I still need a medical cover or a healthcare cover while there's a government one, the NHIF? So let's talk about that.
We're currently advising our clients, most of our clients or everyone, to ensure that they take up a medical insurance cover, even if they are still having NHIF as part of their insurance. Why? Because NHIF, you'd find that NHIF would cover, well, the people who are enjoying NHIF covers would be the government officials and workers. That would be the civil servants. Yes. So why? Because they're getting inpatient and outpatient as a coverage on their end. But now for the common mwananchi, you'd find you're either covered for your bed, or the limit that you're given is very low. So you'd find whatever you need insurance for, NHIF is not fully covering it.
Okay.
But I can say that the current government that we have in place is working on improving our NHIF service.
All right.
Yes.
Sure. We're talking about insurance. We're encouraging Kenyans, of course, to get insured. But let's talk about how affordable insurance is, and maybe you could give us an average number so that people who are watching us are able to understand. When we're telling them to get insured, is this something so unrealistic, or is this something that, we can all try and get?
Insurance is affordable, depending on your kind of dream and your future as you're looking at it. For medical insurance, I'd say it is affordable, though I think there is a lot to be done on our end, because we cannot compare Kenya and Africa to what we have from the Western. I understand that in the USA, most of their citizens have medical insurance, irrespective of where they fall in the class of the social class. On our end, I think what makes medical insurance hard to get is the fact or the aspect that you would have to pay the premium upfront. So asking a common mwananchi to come up with, say, somewhere like around 60,000 shillings on the first month or within 2 months' time is a bit of a hard thing for them. But I know that we still have room for improvement on the medical aspect. Life insurance would be on your dream. You want your daughter or your son to go to a national high school. If that is what your dream is for your child, then that is where you set your bar for your premium. If you're okay with your child going to any other school, then again, that is also what sets your bar. But then again, it's always better to have something in hand rather than starting from nil. Motor insurance, how much do you value your property? If it is general, how much do you value your building? How much do you value your car? How much do you value your phone? How much do you value your TV? The more you value what you have, then that is how much you're going to insure it. Yes.
Great. Carol, give us the ranges,
Insurance,
the numbers.
very affordable. For property, if I ask you to add up all that you own in your house, I'm giving you rates at 0.01% for different policies. For 1%, up to 1% of the total value of your property. So yes, it is very affordable. For personal accident, the list is 1,200 per annum. So it is very, very affordable. And we are glad that even in the medical sector, they're coming up with budget covers. Covers that, because for medical, what you need to understand is that insurance is the inpatient cover, because that's where the back of the bills would be. Unfortunately, we're a society that even for outpatient, we don't do that. We just go to chemists and get over-the-counter prescriptions. But insurance is very, very affordable. Yes, the rates are, speaking from Kirk insurance experience, we have motor rates for third party that start from 5,000. So for comprehensive that go as low as 25,000. Yes, because also remember your agency will determine the rate that you get.
Okay.
So talk to us at Kirk Insurance. We have very, very good rates across board. We work with very reputable companies.
Great.
Yes.
Right, before we wrap it up, I'd like you to talk about something very briefly. The last respect cover, you can give it a mention.
Okay. Last respect is more of a cover that covers a client once they are gone. So in this case, we're talking about the final game playing like that. There's no other way to put it. But there is a burden that the family feels or have once one of their own is gone. Right. I am of the opinion that we are in need of this in our current setting of society and the church and family as we drop down. Why? Because no one foresees when death will come. It comes and it comes knocking. It's a passage of time. It's a passage of life. And should we leave our families exposed or acting like it won't come along, then that will be playing like an ostrich hiding their head in the sand while there's a fire.
Yeah.
I have seen in church where we have a loss of a certain member or one of our members, then we are asked to contribute. Yes, to contribute amongst ourselves. And sometimes, and most times, when death comes, you'd find that we do not have this particular amount of money. So you'd find that, say at most, as a team or as a group, we can give at most somewhere around 20,000 shillings. And we'd still go for what we call mashakaya, or what we call mombelezi. When we go to the deceased house or home, we'll find tea, we'll find bread, tuteketi, tukunywe, na tukule, tuombe.
Yeah.
But then this bread, the milk, the sugar, is coming from the amount of money that we contributed. We still expect this family to buy a coffin. We expect the family to dress well on that particular day. We expect the family to carry on, say the spouse, to still pay school fees for their children and rent, and also still grieve the particular person who's lost or who's gone. So most probably this person will be given, the spouse who's been left will be given either leave from work, so akae nyumbani, so that the grieving process may happen. And there are still expenses. Life has to move on. Expenses are there. A last respect insurance cover offers at least 100,000 for a particular life lost.
Okay.
Where you find we have a cover where we are covering at least how many members? There are 10 members in a family, where you cover the nuclear family, that is the father, the mother, with 4 children, and plus 4 parents.
Okay.
That being now, yes, the parents from both the father and the mother. I would really love to push for the men in our society to take up these covers. Why? Because men are the head of the family. Men are the ones who are looked at by their spouses to cover this particular the journey that once they have lost either a family or a parent or a child, mzee ndiye anaangaliwa hii pesa, atoe hii expenses. Yes. So, and since when death comes knocking, no one is ever prepared. Either you have money that you have set aside for, if you've put money in your bank account for education, which again now brings forth why we really need an education plan. Because if you have money in your bank account, umekea mtoto, and there's a life lost, that money does not know. You will go for that money. If it's an insurance cover, well, that is locked. Well, again, we're back to the last respect. Men are the ones who are looked up to. They'll need to have this cover. So it will be an urge if we can get an opportunity and more opportunities for Kirk Insurance Agency to sell this particular the product to our men in charge. And I am hoping that they will welcome it, because it is from my purpose, from the perspective of insurance, it is more of wisdom, it is more of being wise and looking into the future, seeing what is sure to come.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for coming today. Carol, you want to add something?
I want to add on the
give you briefly.
On the last respect cover. The cover, for example, we have a cover with one of the insurance companies that covers the principal, the spouse, up to 6 children. For a limit of 100,000, it charges an annual premium of 2,500. And that's rounding off because it's 2,400 and levy charge on top of that. So, and that means if the main principal dies, the family gets 100,000. If the spouse dies, they get 100,000. Any of the 6 kids passes on, they get up to 50,000 for any of the kids. If the whole family, we've seen in recent events where a whole family is wiped out by an incident, each and every death will be covered up to that amount. Yes, so we have covers out there that are very affordable, that are very tailor-made to the economic status of the company, of the country as we are right now. So yes, the covers are there. Reach out.
Great. Thank you for coming today. We have to wrap it up right here. I do appreciate it. I appreciate you as well, who's been following us. Your questions and comments that are coming in, I see them and I say thank you. As we wrap it up, I'll allow you guys briefly, or else I'll have to cut you short now because time is not on our side, to of course tell our viewers how can they get in touch, where can they find you, yes, and all that. Maura, we'll start with you.
Our offices are at PCA headquarters office, South Sea, Milele, on Muhoho Avenue. My number is 0700 161 262. 0700 161 262. Always on, no matter what time of the day.
24/7.
24/7.
Our email address is kirkinsurance@pca.or.ke. My cell number is 0725 675 017. 0725 675 017. Yes.
Great.
And we have an office line, 0780 203 203. Yes.
All right. Thank you for coming today. I'm looking forward to have you again on board. Now we can delve into the specifics. Just talk about, is it an education insurance? Is it health? Delve very deep into that. Motor as well, and life insurance. So there's a lot we still have to talk about when it comes to matters insurance. But for today, allow us to wrap it up right here. And we do appreciate you so much. All right, that was Caroline Bugwa and Mauro Wandie from Kirk Insurance Agency. Thank you to you who's been following us, be it from your screens or live on our social media pages. We say thank you so much. My name is Faith Kaulu. This has been Kirk Mid Morning. I'd say goodbye for now, but do enjoy the rest of our programming. Goodbye.